In this video, we are going to explain about the single sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulation. In double sideband full carrier amplitude modulation scheme, both the transmitting power and bandwidth are wasted. The double sideband suppressed carrier scheme has been introduced in which the power is saved by suppressing the carrier component, but the bandwidth remains the same. Double sideband full carrier amplitude modulation scheme is the traditional amplitude modulation. Okay, so in that 2/3 of the power is wasted during the signal transmission. So to save the power, we are going for double sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulation scheme. So in that double sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulation scheme, we are saving the power from 33.3% to 66.7%, but the bandwidth remains the same. So in this technique, single sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulation technique, we are going to save the power as well as bandwidth. So one of the sideband and the carrier is suppressed, only one sideband is present. Because we have two sidebands, upper sideband and lower sideband, two sidebands are having the same carrier frequency. So we have to remove one of the sideband. So only one sideband is enough to transmit the signal. So this is the simple block diagram for SSB-SC technique. So this is message signal Vm of t, AF signal or message signal, baseband signal Vm of t. The message signal is directly fed to the lower amplitude modulator. It is 90-degree phase shifted by this phase shifter, then it is fed to the upper modulator. So the message signal is directly fed to the lower amplitude modulator. 90-degree phase shifted signal is fed to the upper modulator. RF signal, or this is the carrier signal. It is represented by Vc of t. So carrier signal also 90-degree phase shifted by this phase shifter, then it is fed to the upper modulator. The same carrier signal is directly fed to the lower amplitude modulator. Both the output signals are added. Both the output signals coming from the upper modulator and the lower modulator are added. From this, we are getting the single sideband suppressed carrier signal. Better, we have to write the mathematical representation for SSB-SC amplitude modulation. So in this diagram, V1 of t and V2 of t represents the input signal for upper modulator and lower modulator. V1 of t is the multiplied version of 90-degree phase shifted version of message signal and 90-degree phase shifted version of carrier signal. Then V2 of t is the multiplication of Vm of t and Vc of t. So in order to suppress one of the sidebands, the input signal fed to the modulator 1, it's nothing but upper modulator is 90-degree phase shifted with the message signal and the carrier signal. Then mathematically we can write message signal Vm of t is equal to Vm into sin omega mt. Then carrier signal Vc of t is nothing but Vc into sin omega ct. Already we are familiar in this. So this is message signal and this is carrier signal. Then we write the V1 of t and V2 of t. We know that V1 of t is the multiplied version of 90-degree phase shift signal of message and carrier signal. V2 of t is the multiplied version of normal message signal and carrier signal. So let us write V1 of t is Vm into sin omega mt plus 90 degree into sin omega ct plus 90 degree Vc, isn't it? Vc into sin omega ct plus 90 degree. So which is equal to Vm into Vc. Sin x plus 90 degree is nothing but cos omega mt. This is cos omega ct. This is V1 of t. V1 of t is nothing but Vm into Vc into cos omega mt cos omega ct. Then V2 of t is equal to V2 of t is nothing but Vm into Vc sin omega mt sin omega ct. So this is the equation number 2. So these are all the input signals for upper modulator and lower modulator. Vm Vc into sin omega mt sin omega ct is the V2 of t. V1 of t is nothing but Vm Vc into cos omega mt into cos omega ct. Now we are going to write the voltage distribution equation for single sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulation. V1 of t plus V2 of t. So by adding V1 of t and V2 of t, we will be getting the voltage distribution equation for single sideband suppressed carrier AM. So we will be getting Vm Pc into sin omega mt sin omega ct plus cos omega mt cos omega ct. So by adding these two V1 of t and V2 of t, we will be getting this expression Vm Vc into sin omega mt sin omega ct plus cos omega mt cos omega ct. So this is available in sin A sin B plus cos A cos B form. It's nothing but cos A minus B by 2. So we can substitute in this expression. So we can replace this expression by this thing Vm Vc by 2 into cos of omega c minus omega m into t. So voltage distribution for single sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulation is Vm Vc by 2 into cos of omega c minus omega m into t. So this is the voltage distribution equation for SSB AC AM technique. So this equation shows that one of the sideband and the carrier is suppressed. So only one sideband is present. Lower sideband. Fc minus Fm is nothing but a lower sideband. We can also write this expression as, we can replace omega by F. So it's nothing but Vm Vc by 2 into cos of 2 pi of Fc minus Fm into t. Both the equations are same. I'm drawing the output waveform for single sideband suppressed carrier amplitude. So this is the single sideband. This is the SSB SC AM output waveform. Then I am drawing the spectrum of SSB SCAM. Omega C minus omega M. Here it is omega C. This is omega C plus omega M. So I am taking MAVC by 2 is corresponding lower sideband amplitude. So this is the lower sideband FC minus FM, or omega C minus omega M is the lower sideband representation. MAVC by 2 is corresponding amplitude of lower sideband. Omega C minus omega M. This is omega C. MA VC by 2 is the amplitude of lower sideband. So this is the spectrum of SSB SC AM signal. It has only one sideband signal, lower sideband. The carrier signal and the upper sideband signal is suppressed. So the bandwidth is reduced from 2 omega M to omega M. Then we see the power calculation. Power calculation for SSB SC AM. So power saving so we are having only one sideband, lower sideband. We know that power saving in power equation for SSB SC AM is MA squared by 4 into PC. To understand the power calculation, better you have to refer the previous videos, then come back to refer this video. So power for lower sideband is MA squared by 4 into PC. We know that power saving expression is nothing but a total power minus sideband signal power divided by the total power. This is the power saving expression for total power minus sideband signal power divided by the total power, which is equal to, we know the total power is nothing but 1 plus MA squared by 2 into PC. So this we are getting from double sideband full carrier amplitude modulation technique. It means that a traditional amplitude modulation technique. So to understand the power calculation for SSB SEAM, better you have to refer the previous videos. Then you come back and refer this video. Minus power equation for SSB SE is MA squared by 4 into PC divided by the total power is 1 plus MA squared by 2 into PC. I am expanding the previous step. So PC plus PC into MA squared by 2 minus PC into MA squared by 4 divided by PC into 1 plus MA squared by 2. So this upper part becomes PC plus, I am taking LCM 4. So this part becomes PC into 2 MA squared minus MA squared whole divided by PC into 1 plus MA squared by 2. So this becomes PC plus PC into MA squared by 4. Divided by 1 plus PC into 1 plus MA squared by 2. So this expression becomes PC into 1 plus MA squared by 4 divided by PC into 1 plus MA squared by 2. PC and PC get cancelled. So the upper part becomes 4 plus MA squared divided by 4 plus 2 MA squared. So the power saving expression for SSB is 4 plus MA squared divided by 4 plus 2 MA squared. This is the power saving expression for SSB SEAM. Then for 100% modulation, MA is equal to 1. MA is nothing but modulation index. So we have to substitute MA is equal to 1 in this expression, power saving expression. So we will be getting 4 plus 1 divided by 4 plus 2 into 1, which is equal to 5 divided by 6 into 100. 5 by 6 into 100, which is equal to 83.3%. So 83 power is saved from 66.6% to 83.3% in this single sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulation technique. So in this single sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulation technique, we are suppressing one sideband and one carrier. Then we are getting the power saving is increased from 66.6% to 83.3%, and also the bandwidth is reduced from 2 omega m to omega m. Then we see some of the advantages of single sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulation. One is bandwidth is reduced from 2 omega m to omega m. So bandwidth is reduced, and we can accommodate more number of channels. We can accommodate more number of we can accommodate more number of channels at a given frequency. Channels at a given frequency. Then no carrier signal is transmitted. No carrier is transmitted. Hence, noise can be reduced. Noise can be reduced. Then overall signal to noise ratio can be increased. Overall signal to noise ratio can be increased. So these are all the some of the advantages of SSB AC AM. Bandwidth is reduced from 2 omega m to omega m. Then we can accommodate more number of channels at a given frequency. Then no carrier signal is transmitted, so the noise can be reduced. Then overall signal to noise ratio can be improved. Then some of the disadvantages I have listed. Transmission and reception of SSB signal becomes more complex. For demodulation, same carrier signal is reinserted at the receiver. So this is another disadvantage of SSB AC AM. Then designing and implementing the low pass filter is not easy for the circuit designer. So these are all the some of the drawbacks of SSB AC I have listed here. Transmission and the reception of SSB signal becomes more complex. Then for demodulation, same carrier signal is reinserted at the receiver. Then designing and implementing the low pass filter is not easy for the circuit designer.